Greetings everyone, one and all. I'm Menos, welcome to my Madhouse. Merry halfway Christmas once again. And for that, I'll tell you, what is now a tradition, I'll tell you a story that I have right here. Yes, this is another life story, but I promise you this one's more amusing than the last one. Especially given the subject we're about to deal with. I promise you this is more of an amusing tale than anything else. So without too much further ado, strap in, and yes, this is another life story. Yes, it involves my work, so let's get that one out of the way. However, my dad's side of the story goes first. That's because of the player character that's about to show up. And yes, he's a Komodo dragon. Yeah, we somehow have serious trouble with lizards for some reason. And this part takes place right before I clocked out of work for the day. So that's the Scarlet Wardrobe Mansion. My dad got approached by some Komodo dragon that was high as balls and was yammering about some cash. For those close to me, no, it's not the dragon you were thinking. This is a completely different dragon. Dad was trying to be a good Samaritan, so he gave the dude a $1 bill and left for Amos to pick me up for a day after work. Where I thankfully didn't have to do much of the dishes thanks to the building sewer pipes being clogged. And yes, one of the hobgoblins that I worked with ended up being dumb enough to try to empty the dishwasher at high pressure and causing what we call the rite of passage. Which was when the floor completely floods due to this. And yes, the entire back floods when this happens. That's why I have a different set of shoes. However, little did my dad know, he would later end up crossing paths with the Drughead again. And that's what we'll call him from this point forward. And now to my side of the tale. After my dad came to work to pick me up, I was able to clock out only minutes despite a very busy day. But after getting my food, I was headed to the soda machine, and somehow the same Drughead that Dad saw cry out the second time to warn everyone that it was his birthday. This was the second time in a row. At this point, I had no idea how off of it he was. Me being the curious employee that I am, I greeted him with a happy birthday, but he hardly responds with anything until I get my soda.
Ma'am, what are you doing?
That's when I figured out myself. Yeah, this bastard is higher than a church girl's notch count. Yeah, I better get the hell out of here. I reached my dad and tell us that we got bail. As we were walking, the Drughead follows us and then try to tell me to end up risking my job steal a couple of Mickle cheeseburgers for him. Yes, as fast food goes, most of the time you have to buy it off of them or else it'll cast theft and will be treated as such. Thankfully, I've dealt with the lower beans, as I've told you last Halloween. I decided to tune them out, while my dad dealing with it again tried to tell the obvious to him, and started to limp faster to the car. Yes, we see what you were doing.
Get your crackhead ass into some rehab. I ain't got time for this bullshit.
When we got right out of the building, the Drughead, continuing to follow us, gets antsy and starts saying, "Oh, come on, I've stolen from jobs before. I stole from Remus back when I worked, and I also stole from Walmart, or Toys Round Burgers, to Colonel's. Yeah, basically, you name it. This guy stole from it, and possibly even got caught a couple of times ago, or that's my best bet. Yes, it's as you heard. This guy plays himself pin the tail on the jackass style. Not condoning outright violence, but thankfully the Drughead stops approaching while we were on the street, or me and my dad would have had to both our jobs for giving us toked out behind a different kind of combo if you catch my drift. And it's not from none of the restaurants mentioned, of course.
You're just a stain! I'm gonna break you!
We left with our jobs and our food intact, and I had to teach my dad the phrase, "If I don't know you, I don't know you," in case things like this happen once again. Thankfully, I didn't get a drift on what he was on. And I'd rather not know. And that's the tale I have. Yeah, it was very short, but also more amusing than last time. Simply because the both of us were wondering what he was on. We were wondering what possessed him to be such a crook. Oh, wait, answered the question already. That was just the drugs talking. But we got some amusement out of this as well. Everyone, thank you for watching. And Merry Halfway Christmas. I'll be in this merry form for the bit of July left that I can. But after that, you have to properly wait for me until Padolu time. Also, the plugin I'm using right here is Warudo. I've been test driving this thing, and that's why my hands are free here. If you want more of an analysis, please give me some feedback here in the comments. And with that said, until next time, be seeing ya.